Welcome to the Blue Rose. We find ourselves today in a parking lot of a hospital and in the morgue of a hospital, seeing where we go deal with consequences of being superhuman beings in a rather mundane world, and exactly what will come from such things. We have Kelly, Zav, and Nayland. I think is Biff there too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Biff. Within the morgue, while Lies and Sparkle are hanging out in a parking lot with a certain deck of many cards. They are staring intently at. With that, we will get in. So we'll start on the hospital. Question here, those of you within, what would you like to do?
So we're in the room with
your mom.
Okay. Okay. Is she covered up?
You had uncovered her, and Zev had inspected her body and couldn't find much information.
I think Biff checked her.
Biff, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay, we've got to get her out of here.
Oh. All right.
What do you mean get her out of here?
I don't want them to burn her.
We are not stealing a corpse.
Not with that.
But we can't
attitude.
leave her.
I'm not saying we can't steal a corpse. I'm saying we shouldn't steal a corpse.
No, I get what you're saying, but I can't leave her here. She
Why?
wouldn't have wanted this.
Did she ever say she didn't want to be cremated?
Yes.
And I do think there's more at play here, Biff, than just a regular family. I mean, there's a doppelganger that's making these arrangements, and we don't understand the motives of this doppelganger. It's not.
Well, I understand that, but we're still stealing a body is going to raise way more questions.
Well, the way I see it, we have two bodies.
That is valid. That's actually where my mind was, Nayland.
And we also should only have one.
Okay. So, you want to burn the person alive who you not alive, incinerate the person that you murdered, replace their ashes with the supposed mother of these people, and give them back to a husband, fake daughter, and rest of family.
I don't think that we're doing the burning, though. I do think we're just putting her in the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kelly,
How
you
are we
okay
going
with us?
to convince the person who is incinerating this person that this, I'm pretty sure, male human being on the ground is in fact the same person as that female human being over there?
I don't think we do that. Kelly, are you okay with us temporarily disrespecting your mother's corpse? Because that's the only way I see us getting it out.
What are you talking about?
And is there like a rolling garbage can with like a lid?
I mean, yeah.
Like,
Hold on. No, we don't need to do that. We could. I know. I saw a movie once. Okay, and these two guys, they accidentally killed their boss, and they had to pretend like the boss was still alive. So all we have to do is leave with her. It will drape her arms around two of us. It'll look like she just had a bender or something.
But I thought we were putting her in the box.
People's mouths move when they talk.
Wait, just to clarify with the DM, the body that's here, looks like a male presenting person?
Yes.
Okay, great. Sorry. Just making sure that I understood. Okay. Wait, so what are you suggesting, Kelly?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Basically.
For the humans and the kids.
I mean,
for the players.
We're all around the size of her, if not bigger, as Biff points at himself, how are we going to puppet her without making it obvious that there are two people in there?
Okay, we do. We just find a box. Okay, we'll find a box and we'll carry her out.
If only Lies had come, she could make her invisible.
This is a medical place, right? Aren't people unconscious all the time? Can't we just wheel her out in a wheelchair?
Here's a box.
Yeah.
Her face is caved in. Nobody's gonna let you
Fair
take
enough.
somebody whose face looks like that out of the hospital. Because if they were alive, you'd be treating them at this moment.
And we still need an insurance to guarantee they'll burn this other body.
We
And
don't
give
need
it-
that. Like, why does that matter?
Because if they don't burn this body and give it to the family, there's going to be no ceremony for us to go and search the house during.
Well, the body's been. I mean, I saw them when I snuck in before. They made preparations already. So this person was signing off on the box. This is the person that was guaranteeing that the body was there. So all of that clarification, I'm pretty sure was done. I mean, the box is tagged, the body's tagged, and they match.
Yeah, is Kelly's mother in like a tagged box that looks like it's...
Yeah, they were preparing it, so they have the box. It hasn't been put in just yet, but yeah, the paperwork and stuff has been filled out, so there is that.
What kind of box is it?
It's like a simple pine coffin, essentially.
Okay, so then we might just be able to put this person in there, because had it been cardboard, their blood would have soaked through.
I do. I mean,
It also smells terribly in here because their bowels have released.
Kelly can speak more about it. I guess I may be asking you, Kelly, but in other worlds and stuff, like gender is your body looks one way, but you say your gender is however you identify. Is it really a red flag if this body looks one way, but the paperwork says a middle-aged female?
It just depends on if there's a image. Maybe we could change so it's like a picture or something.
Is there a picture on the paperwork?
There's a little picture, yeah. It
Hmm.
would show her in some like preliminary pictures, yeah.
Do we
We can
think they're
try-
going to check?
I
the
mean,
box?
they're gonna know the difference between like this Kelly's mom and somebody else. So I mean, it's depending on what you're trying to do.
She was pretty well known. I mean, she's very well to do, and still, maybe
The big thing you would be betting on is that no one would open the box between now and then.
okay.
Right, that would be what you're betting on. You're putting everything together, hoping that no one opens it up and looks at the body.
Okay.
How are these boxes sealed?
I could disguise as the guy Nayland killed and possibly take the body and make sure it gets cremated.
They're not so much sealed. I mean, they're like there's like latches
Okay.
because it's just pretty much it's getting ready for transport for
Yeah.
the people doing it to pick it up from the hospital and take it where it needs to go.
What was Biff's suggestion?
He transforms into the doctor and gets to go and like sends the body off in the box.
In the
but,
furnace, basically, just to
But
make
apparently the cremation is not happening here. It's being
Yeah,
exported out.
crematorium. I do think that's a good idea, though, that maybe if there's security in this place, they see the doctor walking out.
Yeah. And they'd see me, and I'm the daughter, so that would make sense.
Alright, I'll recast disguise self on myself to change into the doctor. At least I will before we leave.
Unless we run into you again, the same way you kind of ran into yourself on the phone.
Yeah.
I still think sneaking is probably our best bet.
I agree.
I'm reminded that I could also still escort the body to wherever the transport is to figure out where it's going.
Does it say on the paperwork?
Oh yeah, it probably does, but I can't
Oh,
read
let
it.
me check it. I know you can't read it. I'll check.
It says Ramito's funeral parlor.
Does it have like a pickup time or anything like that?
I mean, you judges probably coming pretty soon.
Okay, yeah, they're probably coming really soon. So let's do this. Let's put the other person in the box, It'll buy us some time, if nothing else. And obviously, the hospital is not going to want to deal with the fact they lost a body. They'll probably spend a little while looking before they even contact the family, given how popular my mom was.
Fair enough. That's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah. The big thing is, are you just putting the body in there because you did recognize the scent difference?
The scent difference?
Yeah, like if you're going to put like a freshly dead, stinking body versus one that was clean.
Does anybody have prestidigitation?
You know what I do have? And I'm going to take out my hairspray.
Oh, God.
This.
Wait, that gives me an idea. If we cause whatever alarms that this place might have for fires to go off, we could just leave with the body.
But won't everybody be leaving the building if we do that?
Yes, which means they wouldn't be looking for us or this body.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's. If there's a back way we could go, and yeah, let's do it.
Well, we went the sneaky way. We should still go the sneaky way.
Wait, I do want to think a little bit about, I mean, this is a medical place. I mean, what if people are in the middle of operations and we pull a fire alarm and...
That's a good point.
I mean, the fire sensor. I don't know what it's called here.
I'm going to take this person's wallet real quick. Do I find anything in there, like family pictures or stuff like that?
Yeah. It looks like his wife, a few kids.
Crap. I don't think we can do this, guys. This family doesn't deserve this.
So are we or are we not robbing your mother's corpse from this place?
And he's already dead. We already did it to them.
Yeah. I think we're still taking her. But as for him, maybe we just hide him somewhere. They'll eventually find him and contact the family. And
it won't be hard. He smells terribly.
Okay. Okay. I guess
point
that's
to
what
the
we
garbage bucket.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think that is probably the smartest plan. Maybe we just make sure it's clean.
I pull the garbage bag out of the bucket and place it against the wall.
Okay. Any objections?
I think it's a bad plan, but I think that we're gonna I don't think we're gonna have a chance to loot the house now.
I think we will.
There's gonna be so much commotion over the disappearance of a body. There's not gonna be a wake.
So Kelly, what's more important to you, burying your mother's body or finding out what potentially happened?
Well, do we think we can put things in the box that estimate the weight of Kelly's mom? Because we were banking on them not opening the box anyway. So maybe we can still send off the box and hope they don't open it to find nothing in it. We could fill it with weight.
You know,
we could possibly pay them off to just fill it with some random ash.
Actually, we could still put him in the box because they're not going to burn him without taking him out. Or at least checking. And that will at least still buy us the time. And
there's no way to make any of it look like an accident then. They're going to be looking for murder.
There is one way, but it's really stupid. We could claw the words "Kelly did it" into the top of the box and make it look like my mom crawled out and killed the person. I told you it was stupid, okay? I don't know why everybody's
not framing your doppelganger for murder.
Wouldn't that potentially bring on the superheroes that we also have a problem with?
Okay, I said it was a stupid plan. I prefaced. All right, so we just keep him in the box to do the weight, and we leave with her in the trash can. Yeah.
I start picking your mother up. You might want to cover your ears. I believe rigor mortis has set in.
Oh, Jonathan.
And I fold her into the trash.
Oh my god. Jeez, Sav.
And then I pick up the dead guy and put him in the box and immediately find a trash and start washing my hands.
Biff, do you have a way of...
Or
maybe
sink, excuse me, not the trash.
Biff, do you have a way of changing how it smells inside of this coffin?
I don't think so.
So we go with the hairspray then. I start shaking it.
Biff, look a little harder. In your mind.
Make magic tinkering things that emit an odor to possibly cancel it out.
Wait, Biff, the bottle. The bottle that we found in the house that fills with any substance, make it produce a cleaning, a scented cleaning agent.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have it make perfume.
It's gonna smell so bad.
All right.
Really
A bottle
quickly.
of perfume.
Death
just-
and patchouli.
Baby's perfume.
It's just giving me boys' locker room that the guys that didn't take their uniforms home to wash them and just spray an Axe body spray on top of it.
Oh my god.
Patchouli.
I'm gonna try to make an odorless perfume because Biff is smart enough to know that a dead corpse doesn't smell like anything. Like a perfume that's point is to mask over, not smell like something. Like more like more like a deodorant.
A deodorizing
Yeah.
liquid.
Okay, I'll let you. Yeah, we'll go with it.
Very generous.
Like that powder that you pour on top of
and
bodily
then,
fluids at the supermarket so that way they can sweep it up,
Yeah.
but a liquid form.
I'll basically try to line the whole coffin in it in the body.
You got it. Let's see here. Give me a medicine check.
Got it.
You got this.
21.
Nice.
All right. So the best to which the substance is able, you apply it.
Foolproof.
Yeah, disguising corpses is not my specialty, so this is gonna fail.
I cover the trash can so that way people can't just look in and see a body.
All right. This.
Okay, so the body. Oh no. Okay, Kelly's mom's body.
Kelly's
trash
mom's
can,
body.
Doctor's trash
I'll
can. trash
Also
body.
cast.
Doctor's in the pine box.
Yeah.
I'll also cast enlarge reduce on the reduced size on Kelly's mom's corpse.
Ah.
That would have
Maybe
been
we didn't
so
have to
much better
pull her
than
up.
this.
I just realized that disguise self isn't concentration.
She might have fit unfolded had you done that prior.
Yep. Why is this a minute?
Give me a stealth check to get out of the hospital.
Oh god.
Nayland still has pass without trace
That's
up,
not a
right?
trace. Yeah.
Oh good.
Because I
Stealth.
absolutely need it.
Oh, I'm also rolling. I forgot how to play.
Yes.
Pass without
All
trace
rolling.
16.
16 also.
20.
33.
They're like, all right, then you're gonna pretty successfully make your way out. With that, anything going on in the parking lot there, Sparkle and Lies?
So, Sparkle,
Yes?
Biff told me my deck's very magical, and it can
Biff
help
told you
people do
exactly
things.
what it does. He said a lot more
Exactly.
than very magical.
I know what he said.
No, I'm kidding.
Like
I'm
how
trying to get-
magic?
I'm trying to get Sparkle to pull a card, okay?
No, I'm just kidding.
Very
I'm just trying to have some. I'm just making a joke.
What could happen?
Like how magical are we talking about? Are we talking like God's magical or Feywild magical or our usual magical stuff?
I would put it somewhere in between the gods and the fae, but like its own magic.
Well, then we got to be careful because sometimes magic like that turns out to be things that we might want, but with dastardly consequences.
I don't think this one has as dastardly consequences as others.
Okay. Zab did say he would break my arms, though.
Biff's not here. I won't tell him. Biff actually pulled one already. So
Biff
it's already safe.
pulled one?
Yes, before you. So come on. You have to do it now. You can't let Biff do it.
Of course not. Just Biff pulls a card before me, and Mr. Oh, be careful, Sparkle.
How many would you like?
Yes, Lies, I would love to pull a card.
Just one or how many? You can pull as many as you want. You
Uh,
have to tell me.
22 cards later.
just one. Because we should save some for some of the others in case they want any. If they want any magical gifts.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. And Sparkle draws out one card.
Okay. Upon it, you see a gold coin,
A coin.
and you see a necklace, a tiara, a bracelet, a set of earrings, and a beautiful diamond ring appear at your feet.
I'm rich.
Look,
Each one
see?
is worth 100 gold.
You're welcome. Now you're rich. Can you buy me dinner?
Wow. Where are we going to dinner? Is Zav making dinner?
I don't know. Actually,
Well,
don't
we
eat.
could buy a lot of stuff with this. Because apparently gold is worth a whole ton of stuff here.
What do you want to buy here?
We should buy a whole pig and make it a roasted pig.
We'll talk to Kelly about that when she gets back, where we can find a pig.
Yeah.
You think I should pull one?
Yeah, it's your deck. You should pull it.
Okay. I'll pull one. And she pulls one.
Okay, in that case. You pull in, there's a picture of a woman holding a book and a scepter. And at the bottom it says order. And your skin shines for a moment and has this like just barely perceptible luminance. Maybe it's really good makeup, others people might think, but you are now resistant to radiant damage.
Ooh.
Forever?
No.
Oh.
How many pieces of jewelry did I get that were worth 100 each?
5.
5.
500 gold. Radiant. Huh. I feel like the sun couldn't hurt me right now.
I'm gonna be sunburned.
Well, that's good.
Definitely, since I'm very pale. I was worried about that bright sun these people have here.
Yeah, I remember Kelly talking about, I don't know, this thing called sunscreen, and it's like a lotion that you put all over yourself so you don't get baked by the sun.
And, 6 days is going to be your resistance.
Ooh,
Oh.
cool.
She usually talks about it whenever she goes on and on about the beach. She really likes the beach.
Where I'm from, there wasn't much of a beach. You saw where I was from, so you would know.
Yeah.
It was a nice house, though, right?
Yeah. Lies.
Yes.
I kind of noticed something about your mom, and well, just some of the things that she did kind of, I don't know, they kind of pinged around in my brain like red flags. Well, and I'm sure that she's cared about you for a very long time because like she raised you and everything. But also sometimes even though we have people who care about us, sometimes they can't see past the fact that we're still like tools. Like they made us to do things for them, whether that's like get them out of locked houses or to take care of them when they're old and they can't do anything because their legs are broken or stuff. Do you get what I'm saying?
Kind of. I mean, it's been really jumbled lately with a lot, and after a lot, I've seen a lot, Sparkle, and I still have memories of like this other life, of like me dressed in like tights and stuff sometimes, like, and being this other person. And in those memories, there was this man, and like he always like kind of sat behind a desk and didn't really look at me. I saw him more at the back of his chair a lot. but how he talked to me is kind of like what you said, but it was more passion than what Mother talked to me like. And then I met another friend also lately, which I'm still not sure about.
And I don't know. It also kind of reminds me a little bit about how Kelly talks about her mom, and I mean, I'm sure Kelly's mom loved her because like she helped raise her and stuff, but the way Kelly talks about things is that, like, especially with that duplicate, that at some point she kind of just forgot about her. Like, how do you not recognize that?
Sparkle, do you think your parents forgot about you?
Yes.
Do you know that, though? I mean, you said your family, your brothers and family pushed you into the portal, but was it your mom and dad? How do you know they haven't been looking for you ever since? And they're so small also that they don't know how to.
Well, did they? Well, they called me Rent because I was the smallest, and I mean, sometimes they would say, Rent, you're always dragging us behind because you're so small and your legs are tiny and you're always whining. You're always hungry and you always need an extra potty break. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like I said, I had memories about the man saying stuff like that to me. And then Liz will get down and hug you. But in the end, I still think they loved us. Even if they didn't know how to say it properly. And I think Mother might even love me, even if she doesn't know it. But I do know one thing, is our group loves each other, and we're all in this together.
Yeah.
We face so much, nothing can stop us. And now we have to be here for Kelly in her need. Because she was closer to her mom than you and me, or to our parents. And she got replaced. So she doesn't know how to handle that, I don't think.
Yeah. And it's good that we're letting her say goodbye to her mom. In some way, at least.
Yes. And then
closure and stuff.
Yes. And one day we'll find that closure for both you and me.
Yeah. And if I ever see any of my siblings again, and my parents, I'm gonna tell them that pushing me into a portal wasn't okay, and that even though I turned out okay in the end, it still wasn't okay then. And that even if I did something wrong or took too much, dragged them down or anything, that they shouldn't have done that. And when we find your mom again, whatever you need to tell her, we'll tell her too. Or that chair guy that's in your memories.
I think he's on the West Coast.
Where are we again?
Tennessee? I don't know.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know either. Kelly would know. She's not back yet, though.
I know that map that Kelly bought was like really, really big. Like it unfolded so many times.
I know, right? Like, it's bigger than most maps I've ever seen in my mom's books.
You could use it as a tent.
You could. Or at least a nice umbrella. I'm glad we got to talk to Sparkle.
Me too. I hope they're okay in there. It's been suspiciously quiet.
With that, you see them.
I so desperately wanted to interrupt with, "Oh, I'm so glad Kelly got to see her mom again." And I opened the door.
Time for closure.
Yeah, for closure.
As soon as Sparkle sees Zab, he takes all of the gold and he starts shoving it in his bag.
It was jewelry, I thought.
Sure, yeah.
Jewelry. Gold jewelry. Just.
I don't know how I'm gonna hide the skin, though.
It's just the turn of the light.
Wait, are you
Well,
glowing?
they're absolutely glowing.
A little bit.
Lights. What's going on?
I tried out some lotion Sparkle gave me.
Oh,
Kelly, we should really get going.
yeah, I know. Okay, I'll get into the driver's seat.
Are we? Oh, we're in an RV. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought we were back at a 4-door sedan again.
Nope, we bought a used RV.
Great.
So tomorrow is the big day. So we'll hopefully have the chance to go during the viewing. And
What viewing? We took the corpse.
no, but they're probably going to have the cremation there,
Unless we
right?
cover it up and proceed as if nothing went
Exactly.
awry.
And knowing this town, I would not be surprised.
That is a possibility. Or hear me out. They realize the body's not there. Call the family.
Well, they'd call the police first.
Yeah, is there like, I know this thing has that thing that picks up on the like radio waves in the air. Biff, is there a way you could like mess with this to maybe see if it picks up what the authorities hear?
You guys
I
are
want
talking about
to.
it.
So, Biff can definitely do this. The problem is, he would have no clue what the police do because he has no frame of reference for like human police.
Yeah. And radio waves, like Biff doesn't necessarily know. Yeah, go ahead, Kelly. I'm sorry.
There might be someone who can help us with that. An old friend of mine that we met.
The one whose bar I came through.
No, different one. He was at a beach and he seemed really smart. He wore like a Star Wars shirt, so I assume that means he's smart. Matt, what was his name?
Nayland, your people had wars among the stars.
We had wars among the stars, yeah. That must be what Kelly's talking about. It must have really reached this part of space.
Was it
in
like?
time?
I want to say it was Todd.
From the
but I
sound
don't-
of it, it sounds like it was a.
I
much
haven't
more
thought. I'm not
intellectual
exactly
debate.
sure. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay,
here.
people from Monster of the Week, you know who I'm talking about, right?
It
Yeah,
meant the,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it meant the kid we met. The
Yeah.
That like the what was his name?
That's what I'm saying.
The one-
Tad.
You met him
Todd or
at the-
Tad or
Tad.
something.
we met him when you
Yeah.
got the jellyfish, right?
Yes.
Tad. I think it was Tad.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So Tad, I know this guy named Tad. He probably knows how to tap into like police frequencies.
Should we really be bringing anybody else in on this?
You do know
I mean-
he lives on the coast.
That's true, but he might have some information that he could give us.
Yeah, I might be able to do something like that.
So you want to drive
Can you
to?
call
No,
this person?
No, we're gonna call him.
Oh, I see.
Are we going to proceed with burying your mother first?
We're going to probably bury her after we do our investigation.
Okay.
Where are we gonna head to the car crash site?
That's tomorrow. That's when they're doing the viewing. Supposedly doing the viewing.
I thought that's when we were going to your house.
Yeah, we're going to my house during that time to search.
But did we want to investigate the car crash site?
That is the car crash site.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, she ran into a tree at my house. That's why I want to go there.
Most car accidents
Uh,
happen within a mile of your home.
Yeah, not right at your house, but pretty close. Yeah.
I only know that because the butler had mentioned
Yeah.
knowing
You
Yeah,
can
about
see
it
the
right
tree
away.
from your house that she
Yes.
ran into.
Gotcha. My bad.
Yeah, see, Paula remembers him. Yeah, okay. So maybe we could try to yeah, we'll call him, see if he has any information for us or how we could put something together. And I could try to translate it.
And you
Biff.
said you reached out to Lexi already?
Lexi.
Remember you were thinking of reaching out to people, Alexi?
Lexi, I don't. Oh yeah, no, we did because I had to roll the persuasion check.
That's right. Okay, yeah, because you were trying to get your old buddies.
But I don't think Tad would be a part of that. That's why I was saying
Correct.
he might be someone to contact as well, just to get some information that might help Biff.
Okay. I would say, yeah, I think we'll let you, I guess, have gotten his number in the. Well, again, I was thought
Yeah.
like we're on a role play ever, like it just makes
Right.
sense. Like, sorry, you did actually say it. But no, easy enough. And on the phone, I guess, yeah. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Biff, to see if you can make a police scanner, because that's the best sort of tech check that we can do.
He did study that one very big phone for a little bit.
Just imagining Kelly at a payphone shouting instructions to Biff in the RV. It's very funny.
25.
Nice.
Now, do I have to do an intelligence check to be able to properly translate?
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm good. All right. With that, yeah, I would say. Well, so, I want to use your imagination, Biff. What do you think this looks like? Because this is Biff's way of making a police scanner, and how they would interpret it to get frequencies, so it wouldn't look like a regular one. It would look a little fantasy-esque.
Yeah, so Biff's design would definitely. I mean, I'm assuming he's just modifying the radio of the RV, so it'd definitely take it'd maintain a similar shape, but you'd have all you'd notice that there's just a bunch of rods sticking out in random places, as well as these little green ornaments. Just he details it with he replaces pieces that did not need to be replaced with just pieces that look very similar shape, just green and gold, because he kind of likes that color scheme when he makes things. As you notice, he puts these two little Tesla coil looking things on top of it, and they're so small that anyone with any knowledge of mechanics would know that they couldn't do anything. They were just but other than that, it just basically it looks like it's just a bunch of rods sticking out of it for no reason. But those rods actually have purposes. It's only the two little Tesla coils that don't. The only thing that looks like it has a purpose doesn't.
Amazing. So stuff goes moving. All right. Okay, so you have a scanner, and you're watching that in the case certain things occur. Specifically, what do you listen? Just, I guess, anything, or who's monitoring it? I should say.
I'm gonna call over Liza or Kelly because I can't understand any of the words it's saying. And
Unless
then
the house gave us all proficiency in English.
I think he's already ruled on that. But I'd be happy to help.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
Kelly just like because I'd imagine at this I just switched through the frequencies till we could hear different police till Kelly would recognize different police chatter, and then figure out if it was on multiple frequencies or just one, and then just kind of rotate between them every minute.
I'll go between them all.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Sounds good.
And I guess we're probably listening for the name of the crematorium, right? Because if they find something suspicious, it'll be there. Or the name of the hospital. Right?
Or didn't we check the guy's wallet? We'll be listening for his name, the murdered guy's name. Don't worry, Zav. I count it as a murder.
Or his address, because it would have said it on the ID. Because it would probably be like a code 52 at 24 East, whatever.
A lot of police codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're listening for that. Then what else would you like to be doing?
I guess if we have the time, pick up a book on police code.
They're just saying a bunch of numbers. We've got no clue what it means.
Yeah, I was trying
I
to think
guess
if
that's
I knew anybody.
303. I don't know.
Could I roll a history check to know if I know anybody who would help us with that? Because
We could get a book, couldn't we?
I don't know. Would they have that available?
We're not driving 8 hours away to the other library. That's all I'm saying.
No, absolutely not. They might have it at the library, like the regular library.
Well, the Guilford Library is where you are.
Yeah, that's right. We're in Guilford. I just remembered. Okay, yeah. So that's actually perfect. We could go to there and see if they have like a book to help us interpret. And I just read chat. Can I call Lexi?
Sure. You can call Lexi.
All right.
Ring, ring.
Lexi, it's Kelly.
Oh dear God, what'd you do now?
Okay, don't freak out. I might have stolen a body, and I just need to know some police codes about stolen bodies so I can track the police to see if they're on to me.
There's so many things wrong with that sentence, and so many things that make me weirdly proud of you. Okay, I'll give her the codes.
Okay, so you get the police codes.
This is
Thank
the
you.
only time my criminal background has helped.
Yeah, I know. You know what? If you ever want to join us hiding a body, then you know what? We're currently in Guilford. I know you're heading this way, so.
You know, I'm still paying off all the shit because of that lady getting me out of the hospital. Maybe in like 10 to 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
Do
Well-
you want a hot body?
However, if you want, never mind.
Well, I'll see you at the funeral.
All right.
I mean, I won't, but the other me will.
Yep.
You know.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So from here, what is the plan?
We have a free afternoon. Do we want to stake out the crematorium just to make sure everything looks okay, or?
Smart. That's smart.
Why don't we go to the crematorium and try to make sure things go okay? Replace the body, do something. We can find ashes somewhere. Burn something.
That's true. Can we make ourselves look like the workers? Because I don't have magic like that, but maybe one of you does.
I can
get a
make
bad
myself
feeling
look like
about
one
that.
at the very least.
I get a bad feeling in trying to cover more tracks.
Yeah.
We're sticking our heads into multiple pots, and we're gonna lose track of something.
Yeah.
What if we just stake out your house?
Before we do anything, how about, since you guys
Why don't we
brought
bury
the body, that we have Kelly and her mom talk?
What?
I
Oh.
perform a seance, and you talk to your mom.
Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense.
How does that work?
Well, I haven't done it in a while since the last person I did it with, Resh. So I guess we'd have to go find somewhere. I mean, I've never done it in an RV. I guess I could try. There's a little table around the RV, right?
That's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Seance in the RV.
With that, we had to pull off then because I'm the only one who can drive, and
Yep.
okay, I'll find like a place off the beaten path, maybe isolated.
okay, so you drive off, and you want to do what with this?
I'm using my spirit medium background. I'm going to pull out my deck of cards. You see Liz dig in, pull out this little crystal ball, and then she just starts laying out this blanket over the little table we have. I'm probably going to need your mom's body. I mean, she's probably the best trinket for her.
Like
Is that-
the
yeah.
whole body, or
Well,
would
I mean-
like some hair do?
Is it going to harm the body?
No, nothing's going to happen to the body.
Okay.
This is just to bring her spirit here. I'm not even touching her body. I just...
I lift the trash can onto the table.
God.
Oh my god. Liz just shakes her head. Okay.
It's the only way to get her out.
Yeah, okay. That works.
Well, probably not the
Everyone-
only way, but it's the best we could come up with.
I guess everyone take my hands.
Are you going to grow extra hands?
Oh! But you do watch as she just starts to mess around and starts using Hocus Pocus. So you all watch the lights in the place go up and flicker. And there's like
Wait a minute.
ring
Lies,
sound.
are you purposely making it like a show?
I am added effects. to your mom's face.
It encourages the spirits.
my
They feel
God.
welcome.
Yes.
Kelly is freaking out.
Okay, so you're making all these things using your medium background. So you don't have this. Just like so, this is all your show, right?
No, I mean I can actually, with my spirit medium background, if I have a trinket to the spirit, I can talk. We can talk to the spirit because we did this before with Resh's dad.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm actually doing. I'm just adding all the other stuff to mess with Zav and Kelly. Because they don't believe that Liz has this ability, so she's
Poor
just
Kelly. Having like the worst day.
Amazing. Okay, so
I can punch ghosts now. Just be aware of that.
Please don't punch
Don't
my
you
mother.
kill them all.
So we can straight up ask what happened.
Yeah.
okay, so you put this forth, and there is a cold wind that blows. Candles flicker out then light up in blue light. And you see a floating spirit.
Does it look
Your
like
mom. She sits, it looks like, in a chair reading a newspaper. Holds it down. Oh, you're home late.
lies? How many questions do I get?
Just talk with her. I'm concentrating.
I go over and sit down. Hi, Mom.
Oh, hello, dear.
I was hoping we could talk.
Certainly. Just reading the newspaper. What do you need?
Well, do you remember what happened the other day?
I mean, oh. And as she looks, you see her face begin to puff, and like his bones are breaking as she's recollecting this incident. You spoke in my head.
Yeah. What happened after that?
I looked, and you were next to me too.
I was next to you?
Uh-huh. And you yelled, "Watch out," and leapt from the car. And I was reading the paper.
I leapt from the car?
You must have seen what I was running into.
This is important. Did I do anything when I was next to you? Did I grab the wheel? Did I...
No, you just got out as quick as you could. I think you tried to help me, but I was bucking in too much. You could just get yourself before we hit the tree. I'm dead, aren't I?
Yes. But there's something you need to know. Do you remember when my cross-country trip ended and I came home?
Yes.
Everything that happened from that moment forward, it wasn't me.
Of course it was you.
No, it wasn't. It was I forget what they call it, but it was like a duplicate. It was a clone of... that type of magic exists. It's how I'm talking to you right now. I tried to call you. I did speak to you. I talked to you on the phone, and you had mentioned us going to a dinner. That was me. But everything else wasn't. And I tried to come see you. I tried to... It wasn't my idea to put that other person there. Is there anything that happened after I came home from the cross-country trip? anything that seemed weird or peculiar that you can remember?
No. I don't think so. I mean, just you were better. You had gotten rid of your... a little bit of your rebellious spirit and were ready to make a life for yourself.
Yeah. Mom, I have to know. When you died, why do you think you hit the tree?
Whatever voice was in my head just startled me. Because you were talking to me, and then I was hearing another you in my head at the same time. I just looked and said, "What's happening?" and looked at you. And you said, "Look out."
Did you change your funeral plans?
Don't. This confusion seems to making her fade. You tell she's sort of moving away. Spell leaving.
What, Mom?
Honey, nothing's making sense. You're not making sense.
I'm sorry.
It's making sense.
It's okay. I just want you to know that I love you. And I'm sorry I didn't get my life together before I came home.
She fades in for a moment. Darling, I only cared just that you'd be okay. It was never about you being anything or having something together. It was just you understanding that life's about living and not getting.
Is there
Being given things.
Is there anything you want me to pass along?
I just want you to know that I love you. And with that, the candles turn orange again, the flames, and she's gone.
Well, I guess that settles it. I'm sorry I drug you all out here. I think I was the one who killed her after all. Maybe the duplicate really is a better me.
No, she's not.
Well, she didn't kill her mother.
Well, how many things in this world has that Kelly killed? Who knows? We don't know. We don't know what she's been doing.
Matt.
Yeah.
Did my mother ever read the paper?
On occasion, yeah.
Is there anything I noticed about the paper while it was here?
I think you've seen, if you looked at it, it just didn't really seem to have any words on it. It was more like blurry lines. It was blue, made of blue light and shadow.
Well, I guess we can take her to our new home, and we'll bury her.
I'm sorry, Kelly, you didn't get the answers you needed.
No, I did.
You know you always matter to us, though, right? And it's not your fault that fate decided to play its fickle hand.
You're probably right, but I don't know if I can accept that yet.
Kelly, the whole premise of the Blue Rose is that, you know, even the most well-intentioned heroes get involved with stuff that gets messed up sometimes. And then we come in and, you know, try and make a better future after that. And that's still what you do.
Yeah. I know. Well, honestly, we should probably start heading back. We've got a portal to build.
Liz is gonna lean into Kelly and go, you know, that portal might be able to lead us back to save your mom.
Kelly doesn't respond. She kind of goes to the driver's seat and starts cranking it up. Is there any stops we need to make?
Would you like to stay for the funeral? Just to be able to have been to the funeral?
Well, I was actually thinking we could have our own funeral. But if you don't think because, you know, they don't have the body, so I don't know what they're going to do. I feel like the longer we stay here, the more in danger we are of being found out.
I think that's fair. And you're the leader, and we'll follow you where you go.
I'm not the leader. We don't need a leader.
Okay, well then I'll pose it to the group then. I mean, what Kelly just said makes a lot of sense. I do think there's also value to knowing that our actions can have unintended consequences, and maybe it's the conscientious thing to do to stay here for the funeral and make sure we could do our best to make it go off as normally as possible.
That's not fair. The house is still getting back at us. The house used Kelly to cause this. This wasn't just Kelly's fault because she was being negligent in her abilities.
Then if you feel that way, Zav, the portal, we are the Blue Rose, guys. We're supposed to fix things like this. Things that venturers mess up, that wasn't supposed to happen. Kelly's mom truly wasn't supposed to die. We should be able to use the portal to bring her back and set things right. Isn't that what they told us what we were to do with this?
Not necessarily.
Was that not the first adventure we were sent on? Was to fix an adventure that was messed up and forgotten about from adventurers not finishing it?
Yes, but that's the loose ends adventurers don't think about. Our job is to. It's just.
Is to make things right because we're the Blue Rose. We have the
But
power
it
to do.
depends on what you define as right.
Do you think that there should have been that moment? I mean, do you think the house stepping in and taking its toll on a person that was innocent? Do you find that anywhere in this world being right? Or do you just find
Right
that being
and
the
fair are
darkness of the
totally
house?
different things.
But was that just the last play of the house? Going, you won, I'm taking her with me.
Yeah, kind of. But just because it's not fair doesn't make it not right. Right and wrong are subjective to whatever you view as right and wrong. You can view it as right or wrong. It makes it irrelevant to whether or not it was supposed to happen. Our job isn't to fix right or wrong. It's to fix the way things occur.
We fix other people's mistakes. Why shouldn't we fix our own?
Exactly.
I know that we're in a weird position. This is to the DM, with the timey-wimey stuff that we're going through right now. But does the history of the Blue Rose, do they go in and change events that had happened, or do they come in after events and try to arrange a better result?
Yeah. Very specifically, the Blue Rose does not interfere in time.
Yeah.
They're unhinged from it, so they don't. It is not unusual for them to go and fix different things. Like you could go and fix something, let's say in using our time in 1988, and then try to do something in 1944. But it is not the same as traveling through time in the way that they think about it. It's simply destinations. And they do not rewrite history. They just clean up from things. And when they're called in to do so. What you all experienced was something you had never heard of. It was a door that was locked and secured within the director's office. And you were only pushed through because you were going to get killed by the vines. Which sent you kind of on this time where you've been rewriting and been able to change things.
I do think Biff is right that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us shouldn't be able to decide what's right and wrong in history. But I think mistakes are made, not talking about this situation, but in general. And I don't know that it should be up to the 6 of us to say that the mistakes other people make, shouldn't have happened. But if somebody is hurt or a situation is painful, I think we as agents can go and try and make that as healed as possible. But I do think I'm with Biff on this. We can't rewrite history. The Blue Rose has never rewritten history.
Is that power even possible?
Maybe the Yellow Rose can.
Hey, Dalen and Biff, give me Arcana checks.
My Arcana's at -1.
Good thing I have +7.
But that
10.
should we even trust a power that kind of tried to kill us? on multiple occasions?
16.
I would say going through all of this, there is one thing all of you were told was if you return to the rose, then that completes the positive changes and the general changes you've been able to make in the past. You learned that the house was in a way related to the yellow rose and yellow vines. Certainly if you all returned and were killed, then while it would would make changes permanent, so it would certainly make changes permanent. If, however, somehow this interference would be able to save the blue rose, you realize that it would at least open up avenues for different versions of the events that you're dealing with. Because you're currently in a present situation.
Wait,
Kind of like if we were to establish the blue rose and then come back to this as a later thing and fix it because it was technically the yellow rose in the house causing it.
Right. So in other words,
got
you would have not gone to the house had the yellow rose not been destroyed. If you return to the moment in time right before you go into the door, which is what ultimately you need to do in order to make your
destroy
things
the
permanent,
rose,
and you rescue the blue rose, based on just how messy that would be, you're not sure that would be an instant fix. But it would have to create pathways.
Got
we
it.
could alter that pathway, possibly, if we have that portal.
What that might look like, you don't know. You're dealing with
Yeah.
vast temporal things. That's beyond what you can figure out, but you can figure this would be an event that potentially would open up other avenues.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
So we're both right. In a way. We just can't do it right now. We have to wait till later. We have to take care
Sparkle.
of the yellow roses.
Do you have any thoughts? You've been kind of quiet.
Because I've been writing all this down. But yeah, what I said to Zev earlier, should we really trust a power from the Yellow Rose? After all, they kind of have been trying to kill us on multiple occasions.
Maybe they were trying to kill us because we were interrupting them altering time. Maybe they're just trying to fix their own mistakes.
Well, that sounds like very rude of them. We want to fix time, so we have to kill you.
So the real enemy in this is all the yellow roses. And that's who we'd have to take down. They're the reason Kelly's mom's dead. Because they brought the house on us. Who brought the death on her mom.
I check my wrist.
The yellow rose is still there. Well, the petal of the rose.
Guys, I appreciate the thought. Lies, I appreciate it a lot. And Sparkle. But here's the thing. It happened. It sucks. But it happened. She's gone. And I'm going to have a hard time with that. But it's going to be even harder if I think there is some hope of her coming back. We're the Blue Rose. And I think until now, I didn't really understand what that meant. Honestly, this is the first team that I've really felt connected. Well, I mean, other than varsity cheerleading, but so I appreciate it. I do. But we have a mission. We have a portal. We've got to help Jeb. And we can have a funeral when we go back. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So, Zav, do you want me to stop at a burger place?
If you're offering.
Oh, I'm offering.
Cool, I'm buying. And Sparkle pulls out the set of earrings.
Whoa, where did you get those?
I've been hanging on to them for
Yep.
a long time.
Look at Zav.
Elias throws the winks to Sparkle.
No, Kelly, you would know that you could not put in a necklace and get food.
Yeah. You know what, Sparkle, why don't I handle this one? It'll make me feel better. Okay,
Okay. It puts the earrings back in.
thank you.
Did you pull the card, Sparkle?
No.
What
No one
cards?
pulled a card, Zav. Why would you say that?
Wait, what cards? What are we talking about?
Nothing.
I'll talk to you later.
Liz has a cool deck of cards Sparkle definitely used.
25 insight. on lies.
Can I have
Let's see. Oh, hold on. I'm going to guidance myself. That's 26 plus. Hold on. We're at
Wait,
29.
you can use your
Knowledge of
own
the past.
bardic inspiration?
Knowledge of the past. I'm reborn.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha. So.
Her name is Lies.
Yeah. You don't know. She's just staring up front forward. Blah blah blah. I didn't pull anything. I'm a good person.
So I can't have a card?
Oh, later. I said later.
Okay, oh my god, I'm just...
You are getting the message cantrip done to you. You can have it later tonight.
Oh no, I've rolled off the road. No.
Yeah. I said message, not sending.
Oh, Christ.
Amazing. So what I'll say, it's up to you, Jackie. I think your Belu is going to contact you. He'd probably find you before you leave town.
Okay.
Do you want to roleplay that out, or?
Sure.
Okay.
But I think she would want her friends with her.
100%. Yep. So I would say, I'd imagine your little stun at the hospital has clued him in. And that's what the body doesn't really know about that, but he would know about you calling. And I think he finds, to me, I think he finds you while you're parked and having that conversation somewhere in the woods, because he's probably had to get you there from other nefarious things before. He kind of checks the spots. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So he kind of knocks on the RV doors with a cane.
Oh, crap, who's that?
What the hells?
Prepare yourself for battle. Ready in action. I
Fireballs in my
Does he
hands.
call out or does he just knock?
First he just knocks.
Okay. Who's there?
Yes, Miss Kelly. This is I. I thought you might be in one of your usual haunts.
It's Reginald. And I go and I open up. Reginald?
He's crying. I'm so sorry. You didn't tell me. Am I making arrangements for the funeral? For you all to attend.
Oh. Right. Well, to be totally honest with you, I didn't really handle this whole thing very well. I thought that the other me might have been doing something mean and maybe was responsible, but I've accepted the truth, which is why I want you to know that what I did happened before I realized the truth. But I mean, Mom didn't want to be cremated, so I sort of rescued her body.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know. I'm not proud of it because now I know what's going on, but at the same time,
In the bag in the corner. Oh.
Yeah, she didn't want to be cremated. I mean, I'm not saying this is much better, but she didn't want to be cremated.
You know what, Miss Kelly? I don't fully understand everything you must be going through. If I hadn't seen you do what you've done on other worlds, I can't believe there are other worlds. I'm not going to sit here in judgment of you. Since I haven't heard about it, I know I saw them struggling with the box when they picked up
Yeah.
thing. What'd you put in it?
Something just the right amount of weight, I think.
You've gotten better. Oh,
Mhm.
good. A good deception check.
Okay.
Everyone's here. Yeah. So you all get that.
Deception. Here we go. It's 17.
Okay. Goes. Oh. Wow. I mean, you've got many skills. This is very good.
Yeah.
A little bit odd because somebody apparently just, I don't know, thought they were taking an elongated nap or somebody walked off the job. It was very odd for the hospital. Anyway,
Rachel, can you fix this? I mean, not fix it in the sense of burning her, but maybe altering not doing the cremation and just having her buried here.
to my understanding, I think the cremation's already underway.
Oh.
So they believe, at least the other, well, it is not the other you, Miss Kelly. Your copy believes that it has been cremated.
Oh. Good.
There is something I have not been able to get a notice to your superiors. I was told to, report if anything went strange with the copy. Not much, just she had And I called them, and they did not answer. Haven't been able to get a hold of them.
What do you mean something wrong with the copy?
When she came, she had this garden in a room, hydroponic and water, self-sustaining, all these things.
I'm going to stop you right there, Reginald.
Mhm.
Was she growing something yellow?
It's just it. It was blue when she first came. And then one day I walked in and they were yellow roses.
I think. Oh no!
Don't know what all that means. I had
Reginald,
contacted them the day before, and then on the day of yellow, and since then I haven't been able to get in contact with anybody.
Reginald, listen to me. My copy, she might have started off good, but if that yellow has somehow affected her, you cannot trust anything she does or says. The yellow is evil.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Kelly hasn't always been the most mature with this topic.
Eliza's going to throw her last bardic inspiration to you as she gives you a wink.
All right, is that a D6?
Yes, sir.
Right. Oh, the bardic will be a 6.
Nice.
Let's hope I don't roll a 1, right? Okay, so that's 26.
Nice.
Okay. I suppose you are your organization if I can't get a hold of anyone.
Reginald, it might do you so good to maybe. Well, I could probably try to help you find the place to work, but maybe not there. I just don't want anything to happen to you.
See you. I'll do what I can. There's more for me to take care of. Plus, I'm in charge of managing the trust that
Good.
was left behind.
Reginald, when you went to the crash site, did you see the other me there?
No, I did not.
She was there.
Okay.
We did magic here to talk to my mother. And apparently, the moment it happened, she was talking to the other me in a seat, and she said right before she crashed, the other me jumped out of the car.
All I know is, I would say she arrived. The police arrived 4 or 5 minutes. She arrived a few minutes after that.
Was there anything wrong with the car? The brakes?
I mean, I didn't personally inspect anything. I was just told that it was an unfortunate accident.
I see.
She was at the scene.
Well, these are my friends. I think they can.
I've met a few of them. Yes.
What you're saying, because I think we had established that he speaks multiple languages.
Right? Yes. So yeah. So, when Reginald speaks, all of you can hear.
Can any of you think of anything to ask?
Or more appropriately, when he saw all of you, he would have switched to common.
Yeah.
Unless Kelly spoke English, then he would have switched. But
No.
As for your questions, I will tell you, well, I was supposed to get information from your superiors to give this to you, but since they're not contacting, and you were here, and with everything going on, he reaches in to his jacket and he pulls out a bag and gives it to you. Goes, it is essentially your trust fund. I was told that they gave me some information and they asked that I would keep it in trust and with certain information that you are still working with your team and the Blue Rose. If you're not, then I would cut off access and you'd have normal here. On he laughs, Earth, I guess. What they told me was I can put things in a special account here and it can translate into a currency wherever you are.
That will be very useful.
You can also deposit any currency from anywhere and it will go into your account, I guess. They told me just to treat it like a regular account and everything should be fine.
Got it.
An interdimensional bank?
Sounds crazy. But I guess so. I mean, I am talking to a horned gray scaled person, so it's not that crazy. I will
am a kobold. That is a very small dragon.
Kobold, small dragon. Do you prefer small dragon or kobold?
I prefer the magic dragon.
The magic dragon. Sparkle, the magic dragon.
Precisely.
Perfect. Well,
Where's the car being held?
it would have been impounded by the police. I signed everything over.
Can you clarify who was operating the vehicle?
Would have been. I mean, I don't. All I could say is, Madam was found in the driver's seat.
You didn't even know that other Kelly was there.
Something wrong about all of this.
Well, we took Kelly, me and you checked out that other car. We could inspect your mom's car and see if there's any tampering beforehand.
Exactly. I'm thinking maybe there is actually something we need to do here before we go.
Reginald, can you get us access to the car so we don't have to try to fake our way in?
I don't think so. I don't know how I would do such a thing.
Can't just say we're private investigators hired by the family.
I see.
To check if there was foul play.
Do you know the other Kelly's schedule for the next day or two?
Yes, I can certainly. Because my concern with your plan would be if it gets out, I've been saying this, I'd have to answer for this.
I know.
And technically, she's in charge. Even though I
If
do
I
have
could cast
executive
invisibility.
responsibilities.
I could always turn you invisible, Biff.
But yes, I can make that known to you. I should warn you in regards to her schedule. She has a habit of not being where she's supposed to.
Okay.
She's there, but not as long or late or.
How long are they supposed to just keep the car even though it's all broken and stuff? Doesn't it go to I don't know, a junkyard or something?
All I know is I signed the paperwork.
Affected by me or not, she still has some of my traits. I mean, affected by the yellow rose or not, she still has some of my traits. I could possibly look at the schedule and make some guesses as to where she might go based on what I might do.
I'm willing to give you whatever you need. Real quick on the bag. Currently, whenever you first enter a world, it will give you 100 gold worth of the current currency.
Ooh, cool.
Nice. Take care of our tavern expenses.
Matt, can Nayland roll like an insight check on now reflecting back on the seance? Does it stand out to her that Mom's narration of the events were so subjective? Like, could she be an unreliable narrator because it was her own experience about what had actually happened?
I think as Nayland thinks about that with your backgrounds, 100% that could be the case.
Okay.
She was like, especially these moments of what she knows are like, I got this message, then everything probably like a minute or two before and certainly after is just,
All she did say was that she was distracted. So
Yeah.
we don't know what she saw.
Right.
We don't know if she was driving or anything, come to think of it. So yeah, I like that, those questions Sav was asking and everything.
Yeah, I think it appears that she was as far as what is being said. But again, the butler has no first-hand knowledge of it. He personally found her in the driver's seat.
Mhm.
That's what he can tell you.
It's so weird that she wouldn't want her presence known. I mean, if I was in a wreck with my mother, I'd be trying to get help. And if I was right there at the house, I'd be heading that direction. She's clearly not me.
Definitely not.
I mean, who you are is a subject of experiences and of life experience. You guys have a completely separate life experience up into a single moment that can completely. You're both you, just you with different experiences.
Kelly looks so confused.
Kelly, would you have a diary?
Yeah,
She would have a diary.
I guess if she was keeping up with it.
And if she started caring from the yellow roses, she would probably write about it, wouldn't she?
Possibly.
I mean, if she had nobody else to talk to.
I mean, I'm totally fine with pursuing this, but none of you are allowed to read it, okay?
It's fine. We'll get you inside so you can read your own diary.
Wouldn't you be a biased reader?
I don't know what that means.
I think you do.
I really don't. I mean, I only speak one language.
Two. Literally two.
Oh, yeah. I guess technically. I speak giant, English, common.
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm a polyglot.
I'm more like a triest, right?
All right. Let's go ahead and quickly take our break, and then I think everybody can think of stuff, and I'll come back asking if there's anything else or what you want to pursue.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Here we go. So, all right. What would we like to do, folks?
Listening for a 1099 of a stolen body, a 1037 for suspicious vehicle, because Paula actually sent us the codes.
Yep.
What time of day is it?
Currently be in the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, so we know we need to go to the impound, which isn't far from here. But is there anything else that anyone thought of?
Where in the other Kelly schedule was she supposed to have been at the time of the car crash?
You wanted her old schedule? Okay, he can get that for you. I guess it's going to take a little bit of time. He doesn't necessarily have it on him.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can definitely get that. Anything else for Reginald?
I got nothing.
Yeah, do you know where she goes? The other Kelly goes when she's late or leaves early from her things?
No, everyone assumes the next meeting, or she's busy with her governmental duties.
What about Fred?
Who's Fred?
When I spoke to my mom, she mentioned that I was seeing someone named Fred. Maybe he would know.
I don't know how you'd... I can see if I can get in contact if you want to. That might be hard. All I can say is, just keep in mind that the two of you are very different.
I thought you said we were alike.
You were. Just the way you've gone and the way she's gone are two different directions.
I remember Biff's whole lived experience explanation.
It's been like a month.
Kelly, it's been far longer than that. It's been over a year.
Oh, that's right. I did leave before I went to the academy.
If you could describe this other Kelly's flavor in like 3-ish words.
Why would you taste her?
Emotional flavor. Ethos.
Let's say diligent. Politique. And ambitious.
I guess I'm trying to get a sense of if the Yellow Rose, had an ability to change something. What's their agenda, and what do they want to see out of the worlds that they shape?
They could be going after all of us.
If I may say, she cared. In the least, I guess I owed it up to just her having to get into politics, but if you're asking for some type of change, seemed far less concerned about the collateral of her decisions. Certain communities affected. At first, she cared a lot about these things, trying to make sure that if you helped one people in another area, that wouldn't decrease something in another. She was known for policies that would help 4 or 5 areas at once and have them working together, and that has ceased. But that I felt that was just from being an activist, which she was at first, to an actual person in position.
Thanks, Reginald. That's helpful, I think.
Did she maintain contact with anybody that I would know?
She is known to have various parties with many of your old high school classmates. There's a little bit of issues with the library, but other than that,
Issues with the library?
yes, there was a thing of funding trying to decrease or to audit them. But if I remember, she found herself was one of the few losses that she endured. Seems that they have more influence than she thought.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It would be better as a video store. Nonetheless, I think that kind of confirms it. We've got to get her alone. Which means we need to figure out her schedule. And maybe one of my old friends might be able to drop something. I know quite a few idiots from high school.
Again, you can get the schedule from Reginald too, and you'll be able to figure some stuff out there.
And you know, if this is true that she usually bells on parties, the moment she bells, we could all go in.
Just to have a party? To what end?
No, to get information about where she might be going or what she's up to or...
Gotcha. Okay, so on our to-do list, so today we could go to the impound lot because the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have on schedule for tomorrow when the house is empty. We
Right.
search the house for the diary and we check out the tree.
Correct.
And
And we've
then,
got my old friends distracting her during that time.
right. And then I think we should confront the other Kelly after all of this, no? Because we don't want to mess up our first two plans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. We're going to need as much evidence as possible.
Perfect. So then that's last on our list. Okay.
Not to be that guy, but your mother is not exactly going to keep indefinitely.
You're right. Reginald, do you have any suggestions?
I thought you wanted to bury her back
I do.
in Nightfall Narrows.
And the problem is that if we go back now, we won't make it back in time for the investigation.
I'm not sure. What is your main goal, if I may, Miss Kelly?
I just need to be sure that this other person, I mean, I feel like it's in my gut that she's responsible, but I can't just rely on that. And there's a lot of evidence against her right now, but seeing something more concrete would... My main goal is if she is evil, I want her gone.
See. Then I'm not sure, like I said. I mean, everything that was originally looked into didn't point to her. Or even her presence. I'm aware that usually when a car is impounded, it's depending, should be at least a week hold.
Is there a place we could freeze my mother?
Just looks at you like,
Are there any liquids on this
you
planet?
could purchase some dry ice.
Okay.
You'd have to.
If
not storing your mother's body in the house, miss.
Of course not.
Spark kind of like tugs on the back of Kelly.
Yeah.
I can make ice.
Can you make dry ice?
No, I can just make ice, and I'd have to keep doing it every hour. But I can make ice.
You wouldn't be able to rest, Sparkle.
Ice doesn't melt immediately.
Okay, so our options are maybe the library has information of a place we could store her, but I doubt they're going to help us with our issues with the you-know-what. Or maybe there's a place we can borrow without anyone knowing. And then just pick her up on the way out.
Sparkle, how much ice can you actually make?
A 5-foot cube.
Yeah, she doesn't take up that much space.
It says it unfreezes in 1 hour.
Oh.
I'd have to reapply it every hour.
What if
We could try to make a.
Go
Could
ahead.
try to make something to store her in. Or, technologically, be hard.
Biff, what's the coldest liquid you're aware of?
That's a fantastic question.
Can we just purchase a freezer? We have currency from the area. We could stop in a store. Buy
A freezer
like,
will not preserve a human body. They don't get
don't
cold
serial
enough.
killers. I feel like the serial killers just put bodies in freezers. Am I wrong? I'm so wrong, maybe.
Oh my god.
I think it will to an extent, but
Okay.
But also, where do we store
it'll
a freezer that
like.
big?
That being said, it'll.
Sure.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Never mind. We're not trying to preserve any life here. She's already dead. We're just trying to stop the decay of her.
Oh, you started to cryo freezer.
Yeah, that's where my brain was going. Never mind. Yeah, we can just throw it in a really cold freezer.
We did attach like a Coca-Cola machine to the RV.
That was
the
the
last
old
one.
RV.
Oh.
And we got pulled over for that, remember?
Yeah, but you don't think we could just stick like one of those like white, those like meat freezers?
You really want to just stick a meat freezer on the back of this RV and have nobody open it?
We fold up the
Ever.
table and put it inside. The table usually it folds
I
up
think
and
if we get the freezer, we'll
We
be okay. We just need a
could-
place to put the freezer.
Or we could go
Well,
find
well,
some
we
place
do
that
have
has a
community-
freezer, and Sparkles could offer them one of their pieces of really expensive jewelry to rent it out for like a couple days.
That's actually a brilliant idea. I think I know just the girl
You're
to
not
call
storing a dead body in a public place.
But we're
No, no,
paying
no.
them,
in
Serial
a house.
killers do
That doesn't make it less public.
and
No, in a house.
Whose house?
One of my old high school friends. Who
What
I
about
think
that? What about that guy that I came into his bar? Like, would he really care?
Oh, Herb.
Oh, I
Well,
would
he
have
lives in
freezer.
Tennessee.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I keep forgetting where we are.
me too.
I mean, it's worth a shot. If we buy the freezer, store it in a place, a house, and then we're kind of good with keeping her preserved.
Can you confirm that this friend of yours is not going to open the freezer? Because if they open the freezer, we're definitely having the authorities called on us.
Well, if I can
Or
persuade her.
ever throw a party, or ever commit any crime ever, or ever have
What are
their
you
house
talking about?
investigated for any reason.
We're not leaving the freezer there, Biff.
No.
We're going to pick her up before we leave and bury her.
Why not just bury her now? Don't we have?
Because we'd have to go all the way back to Tennessee. We don't have
The
a
idea, the idea is to bury her back in Nightfall Narrows, where we're going to build the portal, and that's in a different state.
I see.
If we can't bury her here because there's anyway.
I mean, we could if your parents already have a plot that they were originally going to use, and then your alternate decided no cremation.
You could just find a spot.
I'm not going to just bury her in the woods somewhere.
No,
Well,
but do your parents have a plot already
I don't know.
purchased? Because
Do my parents have a plot?
those usually get purchased ahead of time.
I feel like they have to be.
I mean, if they weren't planning to get cremated, then I would assume they probably did.
Well, wouldn't it be suspicious to bury a body there when they think that that body is supposed to be in the mausoleum place in the cemetery?
I mean, I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
would. I don't know if they had a plot or not. I don't know if you would know that necessarily.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Okay. I know.
But you even said you had moved here, so I don't know. They haven't like lived here forever.
Can we just buy a lock for the freezer? Take the key?
An arcane lock. I mean, if all we need is just a place to put the freezer.
Look, as long as it's not a master lock, because you can open a master lock with another master lock.
Can I try calling a friend to see if they would be cool with me storing a freezer that they do not open and me picking it up in 2 days?
Make sure that they know that they have to run the freezer. You can't just store. They can't unplug it.
The only thing I'll say here is you definitely could do this. The big thing is, I think you would know that there would be a chance that they could then like talk about it to other Kelly.
That's true.
Which I'm totally cool with you taking the risk. And I think no matter even, you know, if you say don't this, you know, you don't know if they're going to take it as a joke. You can do it. I just say like that's the biggest deal. That you
How about this? Knowing Kelly's background, is there someone she could call who she was not friends with, but would be really, really wanting to become friends with Kelly, and maybe try that person?
Do you know anybody that's just willing to accept a bribe for a favor? That they don't actually care about you one way or another as long as they get paid?
You know, now that I think about it, there is actually one person. Actually, there's a couple of people we could call. I used to know a group here.
Would that still be true with the context of other Kelly having become really politically successful?
What do you mean?
What if
Like,
one
'cause
of
she
us
has- Yeah, okay, fair enough.
does it?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I got your name from so and so. They said, you know, for X amount of dollars, you'd be willing to, you know, let me store a freezer here that you don't look into.
So
Okay.
I guess I will have to do that because none of you speak my language or Kelly's language.
There is still one possibility. I could try calling some people I knew. There's this one girl named Abigail. She was all into goth stuff, so she probably has like a funeral parlor or something. And
What?
That's a
And
big
there was-
assumption.
There was Faith. She was on the cheer squad.
The other thing, Ren would go. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where would go this, but it is possible you could rent a storage, like,
Storage
garage
shed.
that has
Yeah.
power.
Fair enough. That makes
And
so
then
much more
store-
sense.
Yeah, let's do that.
in
That
there.
feels good.
Yeah.
That also feels like what serial killers would do, which, you know, I feel like it's safe and accessible.
Look, just because you killed the guy by mistake and we're storing a different body doesn't make us serial killers.
I agree. I don't even think I murdered the person, so. Okay, so rent the freezer, put it in the storage unit, head to the impound lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So
Hey, Kelly.
let's. Go ahead.
Yep. Good.
Want to pull one?
Okay.
It's for good luck.
Really?
Yep.
Can I have two?
Yep. You
All
said
right.
it.
Okay.
Biff is what they're doing safe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you have plenty of funds. We'll keep a general track of this. I think after that, you probably have a good $23,000 left in your bag after you get all this.
Okay.
Squared away. Like the other thing with this, yeah, it's fine. So Now, Kelly draws 2 cards.
One for each Kelly.
Perfect. Okay, card number 1.
Uh-oh. Did you just
Draw
roll
it.
one?
What? No, it's a card number 1 is what I'm saying. No, I don't. I have a deck of cards I'm using. I'm not rolling at all.
Okay. Cool.
Because it's a different probability set
Gotcha.
between cards and dice. Okay. The first one, you see a blind woman holding scales. A balance next and forth. It glows and briefly, and you see a tattoo of the same nature as the card kind of flutters and imprints itself on your arm. For the moment, you have the ability to balance the scales of fate.
What?
For the next 8 hours, whenever you or a creature within 60 feet of you is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction. If I'm on the right deck, cool. You can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, interesting.
Clockwork Soul ability.
Then we draw the second card. Here. Okay. There you see a heavily armored woman who looks ready to battle. As you hold it, it goes gold and wraps itself around your hands. For the next 8 hours, you get a +1 bonus to weapon attack and damage rolls.
We need to get in a fight.
All right. I feel a lot more powerful.
See, I told you it's not anything bad.
Like 5% more?
Would you like one, Zav? Or Nailen?
Biff, you didn't answer my question. Is it safe?
Oh, sorry. I was muted. I took away my shirt, but that just made me cold. I really liked that shirt too. For me, that was a pretty big loss.
Balin tightens her collar.
But
I think I'm okay for now.
In the grand scheme of things, though, it's not much. It was just like, possibly my favorite shirt gone, but, that's not much.
It's like magic all around us keeps taking away all of our clothes. It happened to me.
I suppose I'll try it.
How many would you like, Zav?
Just the one. I don't want to chance it. If I lose my shirt and pants, it could be a problem.
All right, Zav drives a card. Okay.
I'm not going to say no to the first time Lies invites me to do something.
Okay. You draw a card of 3 women surrounded by threads. And
Just
these
draw
threads
face.
wrap around you. What?
I just draw a face.
Feels like it.
The first time after drawing this card that you would drop to 0 HP from taking damage, you instead drop to 1.
Wow.
Oh,
Is there a
okay.
bad card in this deck? I don't think so.
Nayland,
Deck of Wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Well, I already. Well, okay. I guess I'll take a card.
Hmm.
The one bad card. Here it comes.
Sorry, give me a second. Ah. You see a child with button eyes and a creepy smile.
Oh no.
Fuck out. No. No more eyes. No more smiling people.
Okay. Wait a second. Make sure I did this right. Without mischief. Okay, cool. You drew mischief.
Okay.
Oh,
I got it.
that's not the one I thought. Okay, you're good.
And give me 1 second. Anyway, you guys can RP something. I need to look at something real quick.
Well,
Don't
There's
worry,
a DM's discretion I got to do.
Don't worry, Nayland. Sometimes the cards just take a second. It's fine.
well,
Fine.
everybody was laughing at Kelly's cards. I do think Nayland probably would have pulled Sparkle to the side. And I think she would sort of like be hush talking just to Sparkle, but she'd say, "Hey, Sparkle,
Yeah.
do you remember when we were in the house and we found that room from my history, and there were all those people on the tables, and
Yeah.
I think I didn't realize that the blue rolls had sent the other Kelly. And I think, well, I'm just worried that if that Kelly copy was susceptible to the yellow rose, then I just want to make sure that the me copy that I am doesn't do the same thing. I guess I'm asking you to just maybe keep an eye on me and make sure I'm still myself.
Okay. But I don't know if well, I kind of think that Kelly's duplicate copy is like, I mean, almost kind of like when you make a golem that after a while kind of just gets its own sentience, even though like you built it and you gave it orders and stuff to do certain things. But those copies of you that we saw in there, I don't know, they look kind of like they built more lives, or maybe it's because the copies of you started as a baby, right?
I don't know. I mean, there were all sorts of ages in the tubes and stuff. I knew when I came out of the room with the smiling man that you were one of the first people that I trusted. And I can't tell you why, it's just an energy that you have. And so I felt like I could ask you. I felt like I could trust you. Just make sure that I'm okay. Myself. Still me.
I will. And if it's any consultation I think that you make your choices, and those duplicates made their choices, and Kelly's duplicate's gonna make her choices because she's her own person. But we're all your friends, and we'll tell you if something you're doing scares us.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
As you look at the card, the child takes something out of their pocket and throws it towards you, and in your hand appears another deck of cards.
Whoa. Your deck of cards had a baby, Lies.
Oh, let's all throw in one.
wait. Let me look at the deck first.
No. let me do a thing.
Okay, you identify, and I put it in loot. It's a house of cards. This can be used to construct a large 40-foot cube house.
Ooh.
We could put the freezer in here.
We can't just have a house appear out of nowhere.
We'll
The
put it.
superheroes will definitely come after us.
And to be clear, it is a house of cards.
Oh,
Okay.
Like you can live in it, and it can protect you, but it is there's huge cards.
you got it.
I got in trouble for lifting a fridge. We definitely get in
Does it
trouble for
store
putting
the
a house
stuff in
of
it when
cards
it
up.
closes?
Say that again, Biff?
Does it store the stuff in it when you dismantle it?
You can read it.
Shelter lasts for 24 hours until you dismiss it. When the shelter's duration ends, it transforms back into a deck. Once the deck... Oh, no, it doesn't say, I don't think.
It's just a shelter
Yeah, I think it's just a shelter, yeah.
made out of cards.
But
So
it'll be
it
broken.
wouldn't. It would shunt everything else out of it.
Okay.
Wow, it has a picture!
It'll protect us from like storms and stuff, maybe.
No, I was just curious because that would just be a good storage device if it would.
Yeah.
All right,
As
we
long
got
as
Emperor
there's no
tonight.
Bible.
We'll come back for the next plot.